When I was 15, I was obsessed with video games. I desperately wanted to buy the latest Nintendo games. But there was just one problem. I was a broke teenager, and I had no money. So I got a job at my local supermarket scanning groceries every Sunday afternoon and evening. And here in New Zealand, we call that being a checkout chick. And I absolutely 100% hated being a checkout chick. It was monotonous and incredibly boring. And I started to notice something. In the past, on Fridays when school ended at 3 p.m, I'd be super excited. Woohoo! No more school for 2 whole days. This is awesome. But now, as the clock ticked closer to 3 p.m, instead of being excited, I was filled with a sense of dread because all I could think about was how I was going to be spending my previously fun Sundays doing something I hated. And it was funny because everyone else at the supermarket hated their jobs too. I remember thinking to myself as a kid, looking at the adults, is this what adult life is like? Going to a job that you don't want to be at every day? They'd all walk into their shifts with dead, empty eyes. Well, each shift would get a tiny 15-minute tea break, and I remember having a conversation with one of the other teens in the staff room who was a grocery stacker. So, do you like your job? And he was like, obviously, I hate it here. Yeah, I hate it too. Have you ever thought of leaving? I wish, but no one will hire us. Like, who wants to hire someone who's 15? Because New Zealand is an isolated island with just 5 million people living in it, floating by itself in the middle of the ocean. And so I opened an online store. I would import second-hand USA video games from mum and pop video game shops and resell them in New Zealand for double the price. And I started having big sales days, $100, $200, sometimes over $300 a day. Was that every time a sale came into my store, I would then have to take the video game, package it up, go to the post office and send it out to the customer and then come home and email the customer their tracking code.